Hey folks, it's Rick Whittemore here with your April 2024 market update for the Austin real estate market. Here we go. All right, we're going to talk about average price. So we are seeing a trend. For me, it takes 3 months to make a trend, and we have a trend here. So as you can see, we have average sales price for the last 3 months has increased over the previous year's sales price. So we are really seeing some nice stabilization in pricing overall. There's still going to be pockets of neighborhoods that are performing incredibly well, and there's still going to be a few pockets that aren't performing as well as folks would like them to be. But overall, nice price stabilization has come upon us. All right, let's talk about total number of listings. So we have another trend here. So we have 3 months in a row where we had more listings than we had that month the year before. So lots of properties on the market, lots of homes for buyers to choose from, which makes it fantastic for buyers. A little more challenging for sellers. Sellers have to make sure that their homes look really good and they are priced right. And if that is the case, then they will sell fairly quickly. All right, moving on to the number of homes sold. We are bucking the trend here. March came in at 2 homes less sold this year than March of 2023. So we're really close. We're just not quite there yet. But as you can see, home sales are stabilized. They're going up. We're in the middle to end of spring market right now. So things are continuing to go up. We're not seeing the craziness we had during the COVID years, but some nice steady stuff going on in the number of homes sold. And last but not least, our good old friend interest rates. Coming in at about 7.09. So they were at 7.5 a couple of weeks ago. We had some good news from the Fed. They were pleased with some of the unemployment numbers, the PCI. So that made the bond market react a little bit more favorably. So that's looking a little bit better. The Fed meets again in mid-June. If I am going to whip out my crystal ball, I'm going to say the Fed is going to say we're not going to change rates in June. They're going to stay steady. But I think they're going to indicate that there are favorable numbers happening and things are getting a little bit better. So that would also mean the bond market would react favorably to that. So interest rates will come down just a little bit, not a lot. Fed meets again in the end of July. And again, not to be a conspiracy theorist, we do have an election coming up. Got my little dog here. He's getting excited right now. So we do have the election coming up. So it doesn't matter what party you're part of or whatever. I would imagine that we will probably see interest rates come down a quarter point in the end of July from the Fed. They'll do that. And I think they're going to give one more drop before the election. So that would be like the September timeframe. So that gives it enough time to hit all the media cycles and to start showing a little bit of positive momentum in people's credit card statements, mortgage rates going a little bit better. So I'm guessing that is probably going to be what happens. We're not, again, that's going to probably put mortgage rates in the 6.75-ish type range. So I think we're going to kind of end the year probably right around 6.75%. Hopefully we'll be starting 25 out, 6.5, kind of in that area. It's going to take a long time for rates to get down back to the 5% range. Again, the 3s and 4s, like we've talked about before, probably not going to happen anytime in the next 5 to 10 years. So I would not count on that happening. So anyway, I would be happy to answer any questions you have about the Austin real estate market. Feel free to reach out. Thanks.